Hey guys, it's your girl Leah. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'll be doing a September wrap up. I read 7 books in total. I cannot get past reading 7 or 8 books because that's what I read. I read. Well, right now, because I'm in school, I've been reading, not really getting any reading done, but at the same time I am, so it's not like much reading I am getting done. But yeah, so I read 7 books. I don't know if you guys could know, I wore the same shirt from my last video, so if you guys see my other video that I'll be putting up soon, you'll know that I wore the same shirt. So your girl didn't feel like changing, so please bear with me. Yeah, so I read 7 books. I had a good reading month, by the way. They were really good. So let's get to it. Okay, so the first book that I read this month was The Whisper Man by Alex North. I gave this book 4 stars. This was a thriller. It was really interesting. This one was about this book was told as a detective point of view, the child and the father. So basically this book was about those 3 people, but suddenly it was mostly about the father, which his name was Tom. Him and his son Jake moved to this new town because they were in this other town where his wife died, and they wanted a fresh start where they could just heal and be just start off fresh. And when they come to this town, this little boy vanished from that town they moved in, and basically the house that they live in is like a haunted house. Not like a haunted house, but people say it's like a bad house, so that. So basically it follows them, the detective. They're trying to find out who is this Whisper Man, even though there's one that was already in jail. And basically they're trying to find the little boy and trying to find out why the Whisper Man, what the Whisper Man do the little boy that was missing. So when I read this book, it was really creepy. I remember reading, it was a slow pace thriller. Don't get me wrong, it was really good. I really enjoyed it, but it was really slow pace. It wasn't something I so excited to pick up and read. I was reading it because I just wanted to get it done, because I was supposed to finish this book for my August wrap up, I think. And I took too long to finish this book because I was not interested. I don't know, I think books that have detectives in it tend to be really boring in my point of view. In my thoughts, how I feel about it, I just was oh my god, when is this gonna get interesting? But it got really interesting in some parts. Jake's point of view was really interesting, in the father's point of view. It was to a point where halfway through the book was I was on my toes, oh my god. I was really paranoid after reading this book. While reading this book, I was kind of paranoid because I don't know, the feel of the book made me feel scared. I feel I was watching a scary movie or thriller. But I don't know, some people really didn't enjoy this one. I kind of enjoyed it, but I gave it 4 stars because I don't know, I was gonna give it 5 stars, but the ending of it was kind of it wasn't weird. It was just what you're trying to tell us or something. I don't know. It was weird. So I took off a star because I was okay. So would I recommend this? Yes and no. So I don't know. I give it 4 stars. Next book that I read was Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks. So, if you guys know, I talked about this in my book haul that I did recently, like 2 weeks ago. And I was so excited that I just started to read this. Like, this wasn't part of my TBR, nothing. I was very, very excited to read this book. I gave this book 5 stars. I don't know if I already said that already. I think I did. I'm so excited. I really, really enjoyed this book. It was very, very cute and everything. I feel like everyone in the book community really enjoyed this book. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it was something that was really enjoyed, like really enjoyable to read. And I already talked about what this book about. I don't feel like repeating myself, but basically, you see these people that working at a pumpkin patch. So, yeah, and then this kid right here, Josiah, he is gonna tell this girl that that works at the pumpkin patch that he likes her. So basically, it's going through this whole night of their last night at the pumpkin patch. Just basically going to find the girl that he likes and basically telling her. So yes, I gave this book 5 stars. I really enjoyed the whole story. I really loved like the art style. Like, if you guys could see, like, the art style of this book is amazing. Like, I really enjoyed it. Like, I really liked it. So I gave it 5 stars. I'll really reread this book if I can. Like, I will. So the next book that I'll be talking about is Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer N. Wait, I said N. Niven. I think that's how you say it. I gave this book 4 stars. I really enjoyed this book. This book was really good. This book was about I know it involves the main character who's basically fat, and something happened to her, like, in her past that made her like stay in her home for a while and just start eating a lot. I don't want to spoil the story like that, but basically everyone calls her fat. It's like she's the world's American's fattest teen in the world. It's like that. So she's basically teased for her weight. And there's this boy who goes to the school that she's gonna go to, who has this problem where he doesn't remember any of his family members or friends. Like, he has like this eye blindness. Like, he basically doesn't even know. Like, if he were to like look away for like a split second, he would be like who are you? So like that. So it's basically a condition, and he doesn't even know like his friends and stuff like that, or his family. So basically it involves him and the girl, and basically when he meets the girl, he like starts remembering her and all that. So basically this book was really good. It talked about a lot about like depression a lot, and like it has trigger warnings for people who like bullying and stuff like that. Like, it was really it wasn't really triggering, but some parts were. It was a good book to like send a message to everyone. It doesn't matter who you are or how big you are or how skinny you are. It's like that. You're perfect in your own way. And I feel like this book really gave out that message for like finding courage and finding that hope that you're good enough. You are good enough. And yeah, I just gave this book I said 5 stars. I gave this book 4 stars. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I listened to it on audiobook, so I really enjoyed the audiobook and everything. It was a really touching story. I really enjoyed it, so I recommend that one too. The next book that I read was A Stranger in the House by Sahari Lapina. Now this one is a thriller also. I gave this book 2 stars. I listened to it on audiobook. I really did not enjoy it. Like, I felt like it was I feel like it wasn't a thriller to me. Like, it really wasn't. Like, it was basically like the story was about like this wife who, like, his husband comes home, and he basically sees his wife like not home. Like, she must have ran do something, like, ran do some errands, so that because he sees, like, food is like uncooked, like food is on the stove, she has like ingredients all over the table and stuff like that, and like she seems like she went out in a rush. So basically he gets a call saying that his wife is in the hospital, and basically she doesn't remember what happened. Like, she got into a car accident, and she's saying that she doesn't remember like what happened, like how she got into a car accident and stuff like that. So basically it's like a mystery of like her and her husband, and like she see that someone like changed something in the house, like someone's been going through her things. So basically it's like basically a stranger in the house and stuff like that. But I just feel like it wasn't a thriller to me. I feel like it was just a regular story that's basically telling like about like a husband and wife secrets in a way. Like, I really like read something like that before, but it was done in a good way, like in a good twisty way. It was no twist in it. Kind of, it was a twist to it, but I don't know. I feel like I really did not enjoy it. I gave it 2 stars. Mostly people who read this book, really gave it 1 star, 2 stars. I feel like I wasn't the only one who didn't like it, so that's good. I mean, it's not good, but like, I'm not the only one who gave it a low rating, so yeah. Okay, so the next book that I read was Sadie by Courtney Summers. I gave this book 4 stars. I really enjoyed this. This was a thriller. I talked about this book in my haul that I did, and basically this follows a teenage girl named Sadie who runs away from home to find out who killed her sister. So basically she's on the run, and she's basically trying to find the person who killed her sister. And basically at the same time there's a podcast called, I think, Girls or something like that, or Good Girls. And basically this podcaster, he's basically investigating Sadie gone missing and trying to see like why she's on the hunt to find who killed her sister, like, because she wants to kill them too. So basically this podcast is really interested in this case. And basically I didn't expect the ending in this book, because this book was ended like in a way I was just like, that's it, like nothing more. Like, I don't know, I felt like it was gonna have like some type of happy ending. I don't know, I'm used to happy endings, so I thought it was gonna end some type of way. I don't know, I think I'm spoiling it in a way, but this book was a fast read too. Like, I finished this within like a couple days, and I don't know, I really enjoyed it. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. The author did a good job portraying the teenager and everything. Oh yeah, and it has trigger warnings. It has sexual assault, rape, and all that. So people who are sensitive to these topics, just let you know that it has sexual assault, rape, and all that. So I didn't know that going into the book. I read it and I was just like, okay, so that's one of the trigger warnings in this book. But I really enjoyed it. So this was a good book to read, because I saw a lot of people hyping this book up, and also I was like, I had to read it and see what all the hype is about. So I got to read it. Okay, so the next book that I read was The Flatshare by Beth O'Leary. Now this book was raved all over BookTube, like all over, like ever since it came out. People was like, oh my god, I have to read this book, and was like giving mixed reviews about it because some people didn't like it and stuff like that. And I read this book for the Contemporary-thon. Yes, I participated in it. I did not vlog during the Contemporary-thon because during that week it was very, very busy for me to vlog and school-wise. and I did not get to vlog, but I feel like for the next contemporary thon, I will vlog, and I'll try to vlog. I cannot make that promise to myself, but I will. I will try to read it. I mean, to vlog, and yeah. So I read this book. This book was a 4 star for me. Um, I feel like giving it like lower than that, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like this wasn't like a much of a romance to me in a way. Um, I listened to it on audiobook, so it was really good. The audio book was really good. I like the narrators and stuff like that. I just feel like it really didn't caught my attention. It caught my attention like sometimes, but I don't know. I feel like it didn't. But so this story follows a girl named Tiffy, who basically is moving out of her boyfriend's apartment because they're broken up. She found him cheating on her, if I'm not mistaken, and basically she's trying to find a place to live. And basically she saw an ad where this guy named Leon, who has this flat for sale, like not flat for sale, but he basically is like has this flat where like I guess like because he's a nurse, Leon, so like basically he does I think the night shift, and so basically the flat is like for people who like the roommate has the flat for the morning half of the time, like, and they sleep on the same bed too. So basically she saw the ad and respond to it. So yeah, so like, the book was really good. I just feel like a down a downfall was that Tiffy was complaining a lot about her ex-boyfriend. Like that's all she kept talking about most of the time. Like it was a little bit annoying. Like she was like just kept talking about Justin and Justin this, Justin that, so like that, and like Leon's his point of view was also good. I liked it, but it was just Tiffy who just kept complaining and complaining. It's her best friends, her friends, so like that. I was just like, oh my god, like shut up, you know, like move on, you know. And I just feel like it was very annoying. I think that's why I took off a star, because she was she just kept complaining about him, and I was just like, you know, move on, you know. You have Leon, you know. So yeah, I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I really don't know like why everybody was loving it, but I don't know. I liked it, kind of, but yeah. Okay, so the next book, well, the last book that I read in September was You by Caroline Kippens. Now, everyone loves this book. I did not know this was a book because this was a Lifetime show before it went on Netflix. So I want to watch it because my favorite actor, I mean, I said actor, yeah, actor and actress was on the show. And I was like, oh my god, I have to watch it because I love them both. So yeah, because Shay Mitchell and the guy who played Dan from Gossip Girl. I don't know if I'm 100% right, but I think it's Dan, one of those names. Yeah, so I gave this book 4 stars. I listened to this on audiobook. I actually finished this book like literally today because I wanted it as my September wrap up video. But this book was crazy. Like the narration in this book gave me the creeps. Like it was like he was very like graphic with the details and everything else, like his stalking ways and how he was stalking Beck. I'm gonna call her Beth. Beck and stuff like that. Like I don't know if you guys know about the story, but the story follows a guy named Joe who works at a bookstore where he meets this girl at the bookstore that he works at. Her name is Beck, and basically like, ever since he laid eyes on her, he basically like fell in love with her. He wants her. So basically like ever since then he's been like stalking her Instagram, her Facebook, like all her social medias. He found out where she lived. Like he Googled it. He found out where he lived. Like he started to find out like about her family life, her friends. He started stalking like where she like goes, where she goes to school. Like basically he knows like everything about her, like which is really creepy. Like no one should know everything about you just because they searched up online. Like that's so creepy. Like it was crazy. But yeah, I really enjoyed like how like he like I felt like he was actually like talking to us. Like cuz he's talking in second person, right? Second person and like or first person. No, first person. Sorry. One of those. I'm pretty sure it's first person. And um cause I already knew like basically everything because I watched the show and the show was really interesting to me. But with that, I feel like the book was really good. Like I felt everything that was there. Like I feel like I was there. Like it was God. That book was so good. I really enjoyed it. I really recommend that one too. Like if you want a good like thriller, like stalkish type vibe, like that's a go to book to read because I feel like you really don't get much books that are stalker ish. Like you do, but it's not like in the first person. Like that is like that author did a brilliant job of just talking about the character, like talking to us in a way, like it made it easy to connect in a way. I don't know, like that author did an amazing job with that book. So I feel like I'm gonna read um Hidden Hidden Bodies, the second book to you, and yeah, see how that goes. Okay, guys, so that's all that I read in September. I had a good reading month, which is good, and I read a lot of good books that was caught my attention, so like that, I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I hope you guys please like this video. Comment down below what books you read in September. How many books did you read? Let me know in the comment section below. And please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.